So these days we are quite competitive. It's amazing how much I see parents pushing their children to interact in many different sports. And while I think it's wonderful and important, incredibly important, especially in our age of childhood obesity, to keep kids active and exercising, and I do think that team sports are incredibly wonderful for their social development and coordination, and all of those things are incredibly important. Sometimes I think that we take things to a bit of an extreme, and at a very young age we will push children to be the best quarterback on the team and the fastest runner in their soccer team, and we work them and we push them so hard that they sustain injuries. And I worry about that, because remember that these are growing children with open growth plates, with young, softer bones that are still, their bones are still ossifying and becoming more adult-like. And when we push them too hard at too young of an age, they're more likely to sustain injuries that could affect their long-term ability to perform. So you may come across a child who has the potential to be a true, professional athlete, and they may sustain injuries at an early age that prevents them from being able to have a long career. On the other hand, the majority of children don't have the potential to go on to become professional athletes, and yet we're pushing them so hard that they sustain injuries that affect their life, when some of that energy may be better utilized if we had refocused it. It's not that I think that children should not be engaged in all forms of athletics, because I actually think that that is what is wrong. We have too many couch potatoes these days, kids who sit in front of the TV and play video games as opposed to going outside and playing soccer. So the kids should be invested in sports, but I just don't think to the extreme that we do today.